Today, we're going to look at how to play Shards of Infinity by Stoneblade Entertainment. This is a game that ties into the Ascension universe and is a little bit like Star Realms. Can't wait to show you how it works here on Legendary Tactics. So today I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the tutorial, and you're going to get a chance to see how it works. Now, basically it is like Star Realms. Each player has the same starting deck, or even maybe Dominion, something like that. And basically your job is to buy better cards and pair away the ones that aren't as good to make the best possible deck on the fly. Okay. Now the way that this works is the crystals are money. Okay, so that symbol there, those are used to buy the new cards. So essentially they are money. And then the kind of poker chip kind of thing here is that's actually damage that can be done to the opposing player's identity or to one of their minions. And so anyway, we're just gonna play. You can play all the cards down, and you can see it's just adding up the amount that you have to spend and also the damage that can be done. And this card here happens to cost 4, and it's going to be, you can see the benefit is that when it's played, it gains 2 crystals, and it has 5 shield. We'll cover what that means in a sec. So when we, the shields basically are going to protect your health on opponent turns. So if you have a card down like this, it's going to absorb damage that otherwise would be done to you. Now, when you recruit a card, it goes into your discard pile. Okay, and that's again similar to Star Realms. There are some differences that are kind of intriguing. So when you draw from your draw pile, and basically everything is drawn out of there, it goes into your discard. Basically the discards get reshuffled, and so every time you go through your deck, you can gradually improve the deck, make it more efficient, and so forth. And as it says here, we've drawn the command seer, so we're going to play all the cards now. So that gave us 2, 3, 4, 5 crystals and 1 damage. So we're going to buy the Optio Crusher, and this allows you to, this is a champion, so this is going to stick around turn after turn, and you can exhaust it to gain 3 power for damage. And this little thing here, the 10, the mastery kind of thing, is gain 5 instead. This is kind of a really interesting mechanic that I like. The 4 here is that how much damage the opponent needs to do in order to get rid of him. And of course, this is the cost at the top. So we're going to add him to the deck. And so the tutorial jumps around a little bit. We've drawn a new hand of cards, which happen to include the Optio Crusher. So we're going to play all the cards down. So we get the 3 crystals. Then we're going to play this guy, and he goes here, which is our, basically where our identity is. And the identity that we are Volos, we can pay 1 crystal, and we exhaust Volos for 1 mastery point. And I'll share more about that. And then that's where the champions go. And then we'll play the blaster there. So the champion icon, which I was trying to click on before, it's now activated. So this shows all the champions that you have currently in play. And so it's the interface is actually pretty good. If you right click, you can really zoom in if you want to read the fine print. And then what we can do is we can exhaust the Optio Crusher to give us 3 more power. Okay, and that hurts, again, either opponent's health or their champion's health. And let's take a look at the Easy AI, and the Easy AI happens to have a champion. There's only 2 health, so we've got more than enough to destroy it, and that'll leave 2 more power to do damage to Tetra's health. And Tetra is the same focus ability, pay 1 crystal and gain 1 mastery, which I'll touch on. So we're going to use that to destroy that champion. And basically, like Star Realms, once you have reduced their health, in this case, down to 0, then you win the game. So just as an interface option here, you can just click on do damage and end the turn, because there's no cards that are 3 or less available to purchase. Okay, so that is basically how power works. Now mastery, actually they're going to explain mercenary cards at first, and this is again one of the differences with Star Realms that you'll see. You have an option to fast play a card that is a mercenary that is in red, and then it's restored to the global supply, or you can recruit them and add them to your deck. So you kind of have the option of playing them to get a quick benefit, but they do go back to the global supply. So if I bring this guy towards my hand, you'll see I have the fast play option or the recruit option. So we're going to fast play him, and that gains us 2 mastery points. All right. And so, yeah, so those mastery points, as I pointed out earlier, you can see from this Shard Reactor card here, once the mastery points build up, then once you've got 5, instead of gaining 2 crystals in this case, you gain 3 instead. If you get it up to 15, you can gain 4 crystals when you play the card. So as you go, not only do you buy better cards, but even the cards themselves improve over time, which is really kind of neat. So we'll use the focus ability to get up to 5, okay? And you can see we're going to exhaust to spend a crystal, and now we're up to 5. So the Shard Reactor now is leveled up. So when we play it now, it will gain us 3 crystals instead of the usual 2. Now this card is crazy, the Infinity Shard. If you look at this guy, his last man standing wins the game. So if you have your mastery, it gains 2 power as is. If you get 10 mastery points, it gains 3. If you're at 20 mastery, it gains 5. And if you are at 30, which is the most you can get, it gains infinite damage. So it's game over as soon as you get to 30 mastery and you play this card. So it's kind of an interesting mechanic that way, just to have a card like that literally will end the game. Now, sometimes you get combos and so forth in Star Realms where it adds up to essentially a win, an automatic win. But that's pretty crazy to have a really overpowered card like that. Anyway, yeah. So one of the features, just like in Star Realms, you're going to want to pare down your deck, and they call it banishing. So once we put the crystals down, you can see we can fast play the Umbral Scourge in order to banish a blaster from the hand. So it brings up the discard pile, and when we click on blaster, it then leaves the game. Then we can play this guy, the Shadow Apostle. We gain 2 power, but we may also banish a card from your hand or discard pile. We're going to get rid of a crystal. And now your deck becomes more efficient. A lot of times with these games, people don't realize you want to get those little cards out of there, so then you get access to your bigger cards more frequently, and overall you're just able to ramp up the efficiency overall of the deck that you have. Because I remember when I first played these types of games, I was thinking like, why the heck would I banish a card? I want to keep all the cards. They're all good. But in this kind of game, you really want to, streamline your deck. And of course, there's different factions, as you can see. There's, the different color ones are going to have their own kind of general flavor, I guess you could say, with either giving power or gaining crystals or some sort of neat thing. So this is basically that's the walkthrough. It's a pretty quick thing. They do have a little bit of summary here, like your max health is 50, your max mastery is 30. And shields in hand block damage to yourself on an opponent's turn. There's a few things they didn't cover in the tutorial here. It's a pretty bare bones tutorial. I think it works to basically get you started in the game. And then obviously you're going to have to play the game to learn more about how it all works and how it all ties together. But it's a great little taste, and I just wanted to share that with you today. If you got some value out of this, please please subscribe, and we'll be covering more of the Shards of Infinity with you going forward, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Once again, this is NATO with Legendary Tactics, and we'll see you next time.